Hi Pisces, welcome to your September 2017 General Tarot reading. It's Raina here. Just shuffling the cards. As I shuffle, just wanted to let you know that if you're single and looking, I do have a reading that is a tarot and oracle card reading on Vimeo that is for single Pisces people, called Ready for Love. And I will, I've provided a link below as well as a link to my online store for personal readings. And you could probably hear me shuffling. And then I go like this. Just cut the cards. Whoa, we've got a few intense cards here. Pisces, good. Yeah, and you've got some cards that speak to endings, and you do have that. You do have a full moon in your sign. It's funny, I was pausing because I was thinking, I just did Pisces. Am I doing this reading twice? I've actually done tarot readings twice and post them. And then someone say, you have two of this sign and you don't have any of this other sign. But that was for the astrology. So if you're interested in astrology, there's already one that I did today for your sign where I was talking about the fact that there was a full moon in your sign. And so you can listen to that, but it is on the 6th of September. So there are some cards in here that are speaking of endings, and this is for you in general. Sometimes full moons are endings. So the overall theme here is the 9 of Swords. This can be some kind of feeling of being anxious about something. And let me just bring out this past card, because this could be why you're anxious. This could be a person, earth sign specifically, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Of course, we always say that it doesn't necessarily mean it's the sun sign, and it's not to try to weasel out of it and give more potential possibilities for the reading to be accurate. This is a general reading, so please don't assume that it's going to be all that accurate. Sometimes it is, though. I get people that say, oh my God, but it is a general reading for every Pisces person. So take that in consideration. But the reason is because sometimes people, let's say this person, let's say they are a fire sign, an Aries, and they have a lot of earth in them, then they will act more like somebody who's an earth sign. But this could be also, I'm thinking like it's like you are waiting for something and you're getting nervous. This could be a job situation, and I just want to tell you, don't be nervous, because we did have Mercury retrograde. And for you, I do think it was in that 6th house of work that it ended up. I mean, it started in the 7th and went back to the 6th. So you might have had some kind of a slowdown with work situations if you're looking for work, let's put it that way. And you're like, when are they going to call me back? When are they going to call me back? It might be closer to the end of September that they call you back. But don't fear anything, like if you feel like things are slowing down, because sometimes things do slow down. And being able to be patient is always a plan, it really is. The other thing too, I do think that a lot of people, it is going to be something job related or something where you're waiting on money Maybe it's something to do with, let me see, where is your Virgo? Yeah, I mean, it could be inheritance related because you do have Libra, you have Jupiter in that 8th house. So maybe, and this is something that's been going on for a year now. So maybe you've been like, when is this money going to come? When is it going to come? You have to have faith. And sure enough, I think it might even come within the month of September, because this is the card of wish fulfillment, 9 of Cups. And you might, so it might be more of a thing where you're starting out the month anxious and then you get what you want. This could relate to somebody that you're interested in too. So don't think that it's just about money or a job. This could be also a relationship, and the person, you may have felt like you connected with somebody and then all of a sudden you didn't hear from them, and you were like, or you tried to reach out or something, and then things kind of get better. For some people, it could be even with a committed relationship that there was some communication breakdown and eventually you get back on track. But regardless of the particulars, you're going to be getting what you want and then some. And so you're going to be feeling good. You may start out anxious and then end up feeling good. So that's good. The higher message is the King of Wands. This is a card of, I would say, the ultimate in self-mastery and what's that word? Self-empowerment, really. The wands relate to independence, creativity, and things of that nature. And so when you get this kind of a card, you are, if this is you, and this is a spiritual message, so I'm thinking that this is more of a symbolic thing, where it's talking about what you need to kind of mold yourself after, perhaps, is this confidence, is this can-do spirit. You know, Pisces can sometimes be fatalistic or play the victim, and I say that very respectfully. I don't say that in any kind of way, because I don't say it in a disparaging way at all. But you're probably saying, well, how can you say it respectfully? I say it respectfully because you are a very spiritual sign and an empath, and you feel other people's pain, therefore. So it's very easy for you to kind of become a sponge and take in everything. And how can you become this confident, self-empowered person when there are other people suffering? So you are kind of like the martyr, and I don't mean that in a pathetic way. I mean that like a Christ figure, you know, not wanting to dramatize things. But seriously, you are very much self-sacrificing. And yet you have to take charge of your own life. I often say, when people are saying that they don't want to be mean to other people, I'm saying, well, you are a person too. So you're willing to be mean to yourself so that you won't be mean to somebody else. Asking for what you need doesn't have to be mean to somebody else. Standing in your truth doesn't have to be mean. And you are deserving, you are worthy of all of the good things in life, and that's what this card represents. So it's receiving those good things. It's not enough to have good things happen to you. You have to be able to receive them, and you can only receive them if you feel worthy. Speaking of not feeling worthy, this is a card. The Three of Swords is a card of feeling rejected. Now, for some of you, this is a romantic situation. I feel like something is really great, okay? Who is this person that you might be sweet on, or is sweet on you? It could be, this could be the actual description of that person. Could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But this card, and maybe I was thinking that the person who is driving you nuts could be an air sign. So like a Gemini is the usual suspect for Pisces, but an Aquarius, that's a sign over from you, or what's the other one? Libra. And I think see, here's the thing. This could be like a, what do you call that? I keep wanting to say threesome, but I mean a lover's triangle, 3 people involved. I don't think that you are part of that now, but you may have a hard time getting over the fact that that was something that did occur. And it's still plaguing you, still bothering you, keeping you up at night. But when you can really embrace the good things, you can leave that far behind you. And speaking of leaving things far behind you, this is indicated for the near future. And I would even say, it's funny because I've been doing so many readings, everything's kind of like blurring right now, but I'm going to just say what the first thing that came to my mind was early November, that full moon in Taurus. And so I'm just going to give you that timeline. This is actually for Scorpio, but that early November, the sun will be in Scorpio. This is a card of irrevocable loss. Now, physical death is not usually what this represents of anyone close to you. It represents a way of life. It represents you change. Now, that full moon is in your sign. So maybe this card is saying this is the turning point. This is the catalyst for you to step into a new life for yourself. And sure enough, this is also, that could be a Scorpio person too that you are in love with, or that's in love with you. The World card is the last card of the major arcana. This is the outcome. This is graduation day. You've learned your lesson well, Pisces, whatever that lesson was, whether that lesson was a job that you felt trapped in, that you are now released from, whether it was a relationship that you were trapped in and now you've been released from, and now you have moved on and you're feeling so much freer and better and more like, maybe you're better compensated financially, all of those things. You are ready to take on the world. And actually, this could also be a card of travel as well. And that leads to expansion, a sense of freedom. Wow. A lot going on here, Pisces. I hope you enjoy this. And I wish you all the best in September. God bless you. Bye.